Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Ancient Empires on Total War Attila. Here today, we're going to be starting episode 10. We've hit double digits of my Roman Republic series. If you guys still are enjoying it and would like to see more, the best way to ensure more content is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the series. If you're not enjoying it, feel free to leave a dislike. In today's episode, we're going to be continuing on with the dictatorship of Antonius Julius Caesar, a third faction leader. We're going to be declaring war upon the Egyptians here today, but they are in a sort of unlikely position and they own unique sort of territory than what you're sort of used to. And we're also going to hopefully push further into Gaul. So, this is how the campaign stands. We currently have Italy, Greece, we've pushed into Asia Minor, we have the entirety of North Africa by our vassals, and we also have Iberia. We pushed into France in the last episode. The Gaetulii down here, I don't like it, but that's okay. I probably should betray the Turdani here, but I've sort of been more preoccupied with other barbarians. I think trying to hit Massalia is probably not best. Palma I actually sort of forgot of, so maybe I need to deal with this at a later date some point. So we're still in the dictatorship of Antonius, our third faction leader. Sextus Julius Caesar was our first, Lucius Julius Caesar was our second, and now we have Antonius. He has two daughters, which is not good. We need a son. He has a sister who has two sons, but they're not in line just yet. Scipio Africanus is dead, but his son Lucius is still alive. He does have a son, Septimus Scipio, which is great. I have my uncle here, Gaius Julius Caesar, who has two sons, Appius and Decimus Caesar. I've got my other uncle, Sextus, who has two sons and a daughter. She's getting married off now. Appius and Ullius Rufus Julius Caesar. Tiberius Gracchus did have a daughter. Unfortunately, Marcus Cato died. Didn't have any heirs. So we've got my uncle Gaius Julius Caesar here over in Anatolia, along with Lucius Scipio, the son of Africanus, and then we've got Sextus Julius Caesar. We're going to be pushing against the Egyptians. It's interesting to see how they've sort of adopted this Turkish sort of Asian lifestyle here after getting thrown out of their ancestral homelands by Nabatea. However, the Parthians? I don't know why I said it like that. The Parthians have actually taken Jerusalem. Media as well are quite strong. Kingdom of Armenia. So the Eastern Kingdoms are doing quite well in this game. Illyria is quite strong here. They're currently strength ranked second. I'm first, of course. Media's third, Media's fourth, the Retii here. Massalia is actually sixth, Nabatea seventh. So this is sort of how the world is shaping up. Firstly, I really want to try and just reform the Roman Empire. I want to take Asia Minor, I want to push down into Egypt, and I also want to try and take these barbarians all the way, not really past the Danube, and at least Britannia. But we always can expand further. But all you need to sort of do is support the series. Right, so we're going to be declaring war upon the Egyptians. We have 4 stacks here. We have Appius Bulba, Julius, my nephew. Swinging over here now, we have a random generated general with Lucius, Decimus, my cousin, and Antonius, the faction leader here. We're probably going to push against the Retii in today's episode. Appius, my other cousin, up here as well. So, at the moment, we're only at war with the Arvani Confederation. We took most of Gaul in the last episode and we pushed into Asia Minor. Right, so let's start things off. Let's declare war upon the Egyptians here today. It's going to smash our trade a bit. They actually quite like me, which is interesting. The pharaohs are now dead. They're just randomly generated generals, so I don't know where they are. I'm going to negotiate with Nabatea to join the war against Ptolemy. And I'm going to ask for a payment. Nabatea, how much will you give me? Wow. This is really going to supplement the loss of our trade network with them. It's been rejected, but I reckon we can squeeze either 3,000 or just shy of a little bit. Rejected. Looks like we're going to have to renegotiate once more. What I found in especially the later Total Wars, Rome and Attila, you're better off, instead of straight declaring war against someone, to try and get a payment. Rejected. Looks like I really don't want to waste too much more time doing this. But if you are a stickler, they can get a bit more. So 2,000 is really going to supplement us. We are now war with the Egyptians. Excellent stuff. So now we can move into their lands. Let's allow Scipio, Lucius Scipio, Asianus. He's going to turn in. So we're coming up against a 4-rank general here. Let's continue the siege. I'm in no particular rush. Let's move Gaius up here now. And let's allow Sextus as well. I might be inclined to drop a fortification stance, because I really don't want to lose too many men. But we always can withdraw if they want to sally out against us. Let's fortify now, not lose too many more casualties. So they've got an army here, and they've got a full stack down in the south. So we should be alright. If they push for Nicomedia, we will be able to intercept them with my cousin Appius. Okay, let's declare war upon the Helvetii, who are at war with the Avani, and they're at war with the Travali. I think that's how you say it, or Travar, I don't know, fuck knows, who cares. Barbarian scum! Belgic, okay. Right, let's join, and let's try and... I'm just curious about marriages. There hasn't been too many brides in this game. Will they join? Okay. Maybe it's not going to be that much then. Yeah, not even 800. Look, I'm more inclined to... Sometimes even if you don't get a payment, it's still beneficial because you do get some bonuses diplomacy-wise. It should rapidly shoot up. Wow, they keep on rejecting. Huh. They don't want war because then they know what's next. The Avani there are now homeless. Okay. Looks like we just have to just war deck them straight up. Should I wait a turn with Decimus? Because my guys quite... Well, they aren't quite at full strength just yet. Yeah, we'll get them as well. Look, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the turn and continue. And we'll give it one more turn before we declare war upon the Helvetii. So we're doing really well in this campaign. I'm having an absolute blast so far. Oh, Egypt and Ptolemy are trying to do their thing. It's basically Egypt. It's not really Ptolemy anymore. They're ethnic sort of Egyptians meshed with sort of Alexander succession states like Pergamon. It's interesting how they sort of fled like that. But yeah, still a lot more to do in this campaign. Take out the barbarians north of the border. Push into Britannia and the Middle East. So Gaius has now died. Ligo 2 has suffered some attrition. Spurus has some wavering loyalty. We have some smallpox outbreaks. There's been a noble marriage. Fan-bloody-tastic. Can we fix up some of these terms again, please? Where we can try and get as many of my nephews... not nephews, cousins, into office as we can. Excellent stuff. Let's leave it like that. Okay, so they're actually gathering right down here on the coast, and they've fled back there. It's going to be an auto resolve here with Scipio. I'm allowing Scipio to take the charge, as he is the youngest out of my uncles Gaius and Sextus. They will die in the not too soon future. They've been greyed out. But they should have fought in that. Wow, we did lose one unit. That's just how ruthless the auto-resolve in this game. So we can bring back the Achaean Assembly, which I'm not going to do. Okay, we shall repair where we can. And I guess... Oh, Anatolia, Bithynia, okay. I guess I could start sieging here. Look... I think holding here is probably not a bad idea. We probably could try and bait them to the bridge. We could bait them to this crossing. Because I reckon with Appius, you could put up a pretty decent fight. What is it allowing me to do? Retrain cohorts. But nah, the upgrades aren't even that good from what I tested before. Because sometimes it's a little bit deceiving in this mod. Not just because there's an upgrade available doesn't necessarily mean it's great overall. Look, I'm actually going to push back over the coast here. We're over the mountain here. Probably with, who's my better general? Gaius. We'll allow Gaius to do it. Just in case there was some sort of ambush there. Oh, we can occupy. What? Well, okay. Can we do a similar thing to this southern settlement? No way. They must have taken it recently. We're not going to be able to march straight into this one. No. However, in saying that, there is an incredibly small garrison. Can I come down and help and reinforce? Because I don't particularly want to stretch myself too thin. Let's break down this mine and we'll get some better quality stuff a bit better. Let's go with food. Right, how is my army going against the Helvetii? My army's probably alright. Let's declare war now. Let's join the war against that. They're still going to reject. Alright, looks like we're just going to have to war deck the Helvetii straight up. Let's allow Antonius to start the siege. We'll start things off at Octoduron. Then we'll push into Vesontio. And then further up. So what else do the Helvetii occupy? Only 2 territories. We should be able to knock them out in quite quick succession. Trade-wise, I think... where is it? Yeah, we don't actually have horses and spice and silk. So there are a couple of resources still that we haven't occupied. Let's push now for Octoduron. And let's go against some more Gallic rebels. Excellent stuff. Let's now swing around. Bring up Lucius as well. I'll slowly blood in more of my family members where I can. And you're actually going to be able to make it here, Decimus. Okay. Once we take out Octoduron, I imagine the Trevali are next. Always think of a fish. When I say that, let's quickly chuck a quick save before we end the turn. Spurus here. We can get some more public order. Okay, let's continue. I'll try to get a battle in today's episode. We'll just sort of see how things go. I really want to have a battle against the Egyptians. Ah, peace treaty. What will you give me? Will you bend the knee? Will they do that? Low. Peace. High. Bend the knee. Okay. I was just curious. Out of sort of any other faction, the Greeks, look, at this time period, they have really assimilated into our culture a bit. Wow, looks like we're going to have to fight this one. I'm going to retreat in the hopes they don't follow. Because staying here is not going to allow me to get more reinforcements. Nah, they're not going to hunt me down. Good, we're going to have a battle against the Egyptians here today. My first. Who would have thought that I would have been fighting them in what was Pergamon territory? I'm going to be able to smash them now, which is good. But, like I said, I'm going to not sue for peace. The sort of, if there was sort of a social hierarchy, a culture hierarchy between factions, the Egyptians would probably be second. My expenditure is massive there. Fuck, I'm going to have to fix that. Political favours, that's alright. Okay, just had to fix up my economy somewhat, because we're in winter and it's really harsh in this game. So Octoduron's fine. Whoa. Okay, we've just been hit here by Gauls. Nothing overly superb. We're about to finally destroy the Averni. My nephew is... Sorry, my cousin is just eyeing up a Britain from afar. It's interesting to see who, like, is the dominant force in Britain. What's his iron helmet there? The Iceni art. It's the Domini? I think that's how you say it. Domini? I don't know exactly. Regardless, we're going to have a really good fight against the Greeks here today. So, who are we going to fight with? Lucius's army is exhausted, to say the least. Sextus has probably got the more variety. No, I'm going to fight with Lucius. Sorry, Gaius probably has the more variety, but I'm probably going to fight there with Sextus. Okay, let's push you in, Appius, to siege. Right, let's swing down and around then. Let's let Gaius besiege the city. Okay, he should be able to besiege. Then we'll send Sextus in. So, besiege the city. Okay. So, Sextus can still hit this. And let's bring in Lucius as well, where we can. Excellent. So, I can't bring him anymore. So, let's let Sextus now hit this army. Now, what are they going to do? Flee or continue? Stay. They're fled. Let Sextus now hit the second. And now they've fled. Perfect. Just what we want. We've divided and conquered them. Probably hunt down the bigger one than the smaller one. I've probably got some room here with Lucius. Move Lucius higher up. We've got him. Look at this. Oh, no, he's blocked it. That fucker. Oh, my days. He might not be able to get in, but that was a close one there. That was by the smallest of margins. We nearly got outdone there. Right, so it's still an 80, 20, 70, 30 split, I'd still say. So we're going to be fighting with Sextus Julius Caesar, Antonius' uncle, and Lucius Scipio, the son of Africanus. So, we're coming up against Nicandros of the Egyptians. 2 units of Judean infantry. We're coming up against 7 units of Peltas phalanx. They have 3 units of Thracian military settlers. Huh, okay. 1 unit of archers and 1 unit of ballista. Let's fight this one upon the battlefield. So we've got archers, which is great. But they've got their own pikes, but they've also got ballista, so that's going to really go through my ranks. We've got Triarii, so we should be able to push and flank quite quickly. But I think what I'm going to do is try and circumnavigate the front line with my cavalry and wait for my reinforcements to come in with archers. We'll sit back, try and rain fire and death upon the pikemen, but cavalry and archers have been a bit nerfed in ancient empires compared to the vanilla game, so we've got to keep that in mind. Swordsmen are quite good, and so are pikemen in this game. The Battle of Rhodes, 152 BC. So, yeah, there's either 2 strategies. We can sit back and try and skirmish them to death, as we have cavalry and skirmisher supremacy, or we could just straight up charge them. But not in hindsight, but they could just charge me. They're probably going to have like a unit of cataphractoi by the look of it, as that Egyptian unit is a cavalry-based one. It's going to be a dry day, and they seem to have the high ground. Oh, they're going to have to come up over a ledge, which is interesting. This must be one of my first time actually fighting with the cohort Italia Reformed and the Lego cohort Marian. We've also got some of our cohort Roman archers as well. So they do have the high ground, so they've got that going for them. Oh, let's swing this. Yeah, Steam's updated, which looks a little bit weird. That's alright. So it looks like they're forming up like that. Right, alright. I'm not overly too fussed about our formation, but probably something along those lines. Okay, so let's leave it probably like that. Cavalry's probably going to have an easier time going through the plains instead of going up through there. So I'll move you up where we can. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our units. So here are firstly the Marian Reformed cohorts. Man, that shield! How awesome does that look? Is that meant to be not Poseidon? Neptune on the shields. Okay, does each legion have their unique god upon them? No, not particularly. But here is the Marian Reformed swordsman cohorts. These guys look bloody fantastic. Right, let's have a look at some of the just sort of the other ones. Okay, so these guys are more of a spearman, even though it said swordsman on it. Oh, okay, but they look alright. Basic spearmen, don't have too much of them. We're going to struggle against pikemen though, as we don't have any of our own. But we've got plenty of archers. Plenty of Roman archers. Excellent. A nice, clean shaven, ready to go. So here we have Sextus Julius Caesar. Where is he? Which one's Sextus? Because they all have similar attire. I guess this is Sextus here. I don't know. I actually don't know. I can't tell. There's probably a defining trait. No, that's him there in the center. There he is. He's got a unique shield compared to all of them. They're all wearing legionary armor. So they all look like fucking badasses. There he is. There is Sextus Julius Caesar. Currently 5th or so in line of the throne. I'm not entirely sure exactly. Right, let's start the battle. Because it goes to Antonius. He hasn't any children yet. And I reckon it's probably going to pass to Gaius. Okay, reinforcements are trickling in. Slowly but surely. Roman reinforcements! Wow, why is that bugged? I'm not entirely sure, but... Auga! Auga! Thank the gods! Lucius Scipio Africanus' son is here. Yeah, what should we call him, guys? Let me know in the comments. His father was Scipio Africanus. And now he is keen to own his name. He took most of Greece, I think. And now he's pushing into Asia Minor. Okay, so... as I sort of expected, the reinforcements weren't coming to, well... right. As I expected, the enemy army, I wasn't expecting to come and sort of get me. Okay, I'll wait for my army to come in. And we'll have a look at the Egyptians' army, because we haven't actually faced them. So here are the Thracians. As you expect, wiry and ready to go. Oh, look at that unique sword they're using. They're using more of sort of a scythe than anything. More Thracians by the look of it. No, these are Judean infantry who have fled their homeland. Oh yeah, they've got that little Jewish cap. I'm not entirely sure what it's called. And they're just sort of sitting up here. Thracian citizens. And then they've got their pikemen at the back. Crikey. They are keen and ready to go. Alexander's legacy is still quite strong. Now, what's the range on these guys? And can they move? Oh, okay. So it's quite significant, that range. Okay, cool. Well, let's form things up where we can. Let's move our cavalry and our archers into a group. Let's make a second line with our units. So I really want a big envelopment. So let's reform our own front line. Yeah, you know what? We might as well push forward. I want to be able to completely surround the enemy. So that will be our formation. We could even go all the way to the border. We could even go all the way to the border there, to be honest. But that'll be fine, I reckon. I reckon that's plenty. Okay. There we go. Archers. Oh, we can go with a flaming shot. Interesting. I don't know if I'm so inclined to do that, but I'm happy we have the option. Cavalry is going to form a massive horde flank here. And we'll move Lucius and Sextus up. Yeah, so I haven't really decided. I actually want to get everyone to run. Yeah, I haven't really decided succession-wise whether a daughter should come before a cousin. Because Antonius, right, has 2 daughters. Should that son, like, if I marry off, should we go down that line, or should it be only sons only? I haven't really decided. But here is Nikios Egyptios. Archers here. Okay, so we're slowly but surely moving into formation now. Cavalry is coming up as well. We might even be able to pin down their general. Pushing forward to the tree line now. Reform for Rome. Roma Invicta. Vina Vina Vicky! The gods smile upon us. We've got them on the ropes. But they're taking the high ground, so you got to give that to them. Okay. But that ballista is going to be in range soon, so I feel like we should pressurize some of it. So let's try and get a shot at some of their pikemen. But while also putting some pressure on their ballista, because if we can take their ballista out, we're going to be laughing. So we want to try and hit some of their spearmen. We also would like to get rid of those ballista. But we also need to put pressure on their pikemen. And their archers, right. So that'll be the archer formation I'm going to go with. Move up the generals where we can. We'll swing around with my cavalry now. I feel tempted to potentially go for a charge against their general. Their ballista is going to be in range. If we can get some shots against their ballista, that'll be good. I don't know how powerful artillery is in this game. I think they tweaked the accuracy on a lot of things. So that could be one. Okay, they're reforming. The only thing that can really hamper my archers is that cavalry. So we might need to go a bit closer. It does look like they might send them out to meet them. They're doing the smart thing and going back closer to their front line. I realise a lot of those archers aren't actually even here yet. Their cavalry's now moving. Fall back. Swing. That ballista isn't moving, which is good. If they want to become closer, that's alright. Okay, archers. Charge forward. Send some guys around the back. Come closer up. They're trying to bait me there. I see that cavalry coming so close. Like, dangerously close. Take out their ballista. Wow, why... This is fucking stupid. Why are they reforming like that? We're going to be able to run down them. Okay, we've drawn the cavalry out now. Which is perfect. Okay. Swing. We can't get caught by those pikemen. It looks like they've drawn their short swords anyway. That ballista is now gone. Let's engage with their general. Let's try and go with a three-pronged attack. And get engaged. There we go. Go, 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 gadget. Surround them where we can. Okay. I'm just going to pause, and I want these guys to skirmish. So, pick a target. That. These guys closer. These guys closer here. And probably them. So probably go for the pikes. Let's now surround and kill their general. Fools! Getting surrounded by the Roman cavalry. We've got to keep an eye on those reinforcements. These guys are getting dangerously close. Fall back. Archers, for the love of God, fall back. The general is now committed seppuku. Seppuku! Let's show them. Let's just charge. You ready, lads? Okay. Charge. Charge. Let's go like this. Just fuck it. Roma! Okay. Swing. Swing. Swing like that. There we go, boys. Come on. Throw Peeler against these. They're either Judean or what are they? No, these are the Thracians. Come on, get into them, lads. Carve them up. Give them hell. Alright. How's that cavalry unit doing? We've got some archers there. We've got the cavalry done. Perfect. We're engaging their front line. Archers are now loosing over the top. Wish we get some sort of longbow units. That'd be perfect. Okay. Swing around and surround them. Come on, we haven't got all day. Same with archers, we don't want to cause too much friendly fire. So really, like, pick a unit like that. He's sitting at the back. Oh, some peelers coming in now. Charge in there. Charge in here. Just keep on swinging. Like a fucking couple in their 60s. Just keep on swinging. Right. Get further around here, lads. Cavalry charges coming into the back of these pikes. They've even got Peeler in their pikes. What? Look at, yeah, look at this. They're sort of like a Jav Cav unit. We are hitting pikes head on, but we'll be fine because we're going to surround them. And half of these guys have their short swords enabled anyway. Oh, that's a bit brutal there. Okay, come on, let's wrap things up. Get this cavalry out of it. Okay, archers now are probably going to be causing more friendly fire than what it's worth. We're hitting more of our own guys in here anyway, by the look of it. Okay. If we can get this entire thing around the back, that's what we need. Okay, they've now buckled, which is perfect. How are we going casualty-wise? About 1,000. Yeah, it looks a little bit more difficult over here. That's good. Okay. Let's try and soften things up a bit. Yeah, so we've got a mass line coming in here now. Perfect. Swing around here. Let's get a charge in. A little bit of friendly fire, but we'll be alright. Hit them, lads. Break them down. Some nice combat. Cavalry now coming in. Surely they must buckle. Bring him down. Asia Minor will be mine. Yeah, these guys are doing really well here. Even with some of the envelopments. Alright, that's alright. That's good. Yeah, you have to like full on surround them, otherwise they are a pain. Because look at this, right? They are just shredding. The guys at the front are just getting shredded. What they really need to do is sort of hold back and maintain. Just keep out of range. Than anything. Alright, come on, get these guys in. Get my cavalry out of it because they've suffered a bit. I wouldn't actually mind getting some pikes of my own somehow if I could. I haven't looked at the mercenary recruitment pool. Yeah, they are shaken. God, the ones at the front are pretty catastrophic. But this is cool. This is our first time actually fighting a Hellenistic, more so Macedonian faction instead of Achaean. But they are holding out to the last man. Oh, there we go. Victory! We have victory! Let's end the battle there. Decisive one at that. Wow, our first one against the Egyptians in a first sort of Hellenistic themed, more Macedonian themed faction. Because there was like, yeah, Greece got smashed. The Achaean League fell. So did the Macedonians. Egypt did really get smashed, moved to Asia Minor. So the Greeks haven't had a very good sort of run in this campaign. My Marian Reform cohorts did really well, 122, 116. Archers did the best, 98, 25 and 50. Cavalry, 290, 234. My cavalry was really the MVP. And my sort of spearmen there don't look too shabby at all. Those pikemen, 222. Even though they lost, that's still a hell of a lot of casualties. We deployed 7,395 and lost 873 upon the battlefield. Nicandros, for the Egyptians, deployed 3,321 and lost 2,590 in the Battle of Rhodes, this was called. There's a really nice quote by Sun Jetsu here. Speed is the essence of war. Take the advantage of the enemy's unpreparedness, travel by unexpected routes, and strike him where he has taken no precautions. Sanjetsu. I'm keen for Three Kingdoms. Hopefully I get early access, but with these things you sort of never know. It's going to be interesting between the fantasy element and the romantic style and the vanilla sort of style. I think I'm going to go sort of the vanilla sort of style instead of sort of the fantasy, fantastical element. Oh, there we go. Man, in the grand scheme of things, that wasn't even that much of a big army. We didn't lose Yes, awesome. We didn't lose the entirety of any one of my men, which is perfect. So let's kill the captives. They gave us a hard-fought battle. But, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't that big. What are they at to now, Egypt, out of curiosity? Would they bend the knee now? Would they? Low. They still wouldn't give up their freedom, which is admirable, I guess. Okay. I think we need to run this army down. I think it's pretty crucial. Even if we need to break the siege. Oh, so we always come back, right? Yeah, we need to get rid of this army. Okay. And it's actually going to draw out that garrison. So let's run them down. Let's go with balanced. Now I guarantee you we're going to lose a unit here in this auto resolve. Huzzah! Hopefully not. But I bet you we will. Yeah, 2. How fucking bullshit is that? To be fair, they were weakened before. Let's kill the captives. We killed 3 units of Judean infantry. 2 units of peltasts, some archers, and some light infantry. We're going to be able to re-siege Mira now. I wish we could take it in one turn, but we're not. We need to have a military outpost. I think I want to convert Byzantium to that. Yeah, I've already started. Mostly. Yeah, because we can get giant ballista here and Cairo ballista here and whatnot. Okay, we're going to continue to besiege the Egyptians. Let's chuck a quick save after those results. We're going to take Octoduron now. We should be able to take that, but we're going to sustain mass casualties. I might sort of give it a bit, I think. Yeah, we might sort of allow the siege to go on a little bit longer before we do that. Well, on that note, guys, after the battle against Egypt, unfortunately it's time to end the video and the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for some more Roman Republic on the channel and Antonius's dictatorship. He's taken most of France under his reign, Greece and Asia Minor as well. So, we're going to continue against the Helvetii, either off camera or in the next episode, and continuing on mopping up the Egyptians. Next, I think after we get rid of these barbarians in the north, depending on how strong, they're really strong. Maybe push against the Illyrians here. We could maybe start our invasion of Britannia. Easier said than done. With this triumvirate, essentially England has been formed. Wow, Pictish, Brittonic, yeah, Bretonians, yeah, and Gallic. So there's a little bit of coercion there. The Danes are still doing their thing. Yeah, we might even push in against the Kingdom of Bithynia, and maybe into the Middle East, into Nabatea. Anyway, stay tuned for more Ancient Empires campaign on the channel. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the breach. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.